Europe to bomb strategic targets. The B-25 in the Doolittle raid, those 16 airplanes that attacked those cities, because they had to launch some 300 to 400 miles farther out than originally intended, they didn't really have enough gas to get to their safe landing bases in China, and all of the aircraft were eventually lost. Some of the crews ditched in the ocean, some drowned, some were killed in crash landings. Others flew in toward China into horrible weather after that attack, flew until they ran out of gas. And then they jumped from their airplanes in fog at night, not able to see the ground until they hit it. Most of the crew members survived. And of the crew members of the 80 crew members of the B-25 Doolittle raid, 2 of them are still alive, and 1 of them is here today, Lieutenant Colonel Richard Dick Cole, who was the co-pilot of Jimmy Doolittle's airplane. Dick Cole, we salute you, my friend, you and all the Doolittle raiders. But the anti-aircraft fire was fierce. Prior to getting in close to the target where they had to be straight and level to deliver their bombs on target, they were attacked by the German Air Force, the Luftwaffe, with the Messerschmitt Bf-109 and the Focke-Wulf FW-190. The fighter escort initially did not have the range or the endurance to stay with the bombers on their way into the target and then to pick them back up as they came off their targets. And those that had been damaged by flak or by attacks and not totally disabled by attacks by the Luftwaffe were stragglers, and they were attacked mercilessly by the German Air Force pilots. But then the development of a papier-mâché drop tank was developed. That papier-mâché type drop tank could carry attacked those cities, inflicting little serious damage, but breaking the Japanese feeling of invincibility, for their homeland had not been attacked on its own soil in over 2,000 years. It changed all that, and it ended up being a significant strategic victory for the United States and a turning point in the war. Approaching from the left, the B did in fact change the course of the war. Black Thursday, I said, was in July of 1940. No, it was actually on 1943. It was actually October 14th, 1943, against the ball bearing factories in Schweinfurt, Germany. The greatest air battle in history. But 60 of the 251 B-17 bombers that launched that day failed to return. There were a number of reasons for that, or whatever were built. 10 airmen on each one, and they did daring daylight raids, bombing raids over German-held Europe. carrying a bomb load typically somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,000 to 5,000 pounds, depending on how much fuel and how far they had to go. The B-17s experienced staggering losses. There was a day in August of 1943 called Black Thursday.